All right, guys. Well, let's see if we can get a few people in here. Have a quick discussion about the Suzanne Morphew case and some of the other cases that we're looking at here. So, first and foremost, I want to say hi to everybody and let you guys know that I appreciate all of your messages. Very rarely do I ever respond to anybody's messages online. So don't think that I'm stuck up or that I'm being mean or whatever. It's not that. It's just that I don't get into that stuff anymore. When I first started doing my YouTube channel, I had a good friend by the name of Plunder. And her name was Paula. And she's still out there doing YouTube stuff. I haven't looked at it in a while, but it looks like she's really advanced and she's doing really well. But she taught me somewhere along the way, I heard her say that she focuses only on content creation. And she doesn't worry about the comments. She doesn't get into the comment section or all the drama and stuff that goes on in there. And that was some of the best advice I could have ever gotten. So I wanted to tell you guys that because that's why I don't go into the comment section and read any of that stuff. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is because if I get into too much drama and I start losing myself in all of these different ideas and go search over here, this person had this dream or this vision or whatever, it muddies the waters for me. And I like to follow my own intuition. And I like to be in tune with my gut feeling. And so that's the other reason why. So I know that was a long, drawn out introduction, guys, but that's the reason why. I just wanted to say thank you for all your love and your support, your kindness, and all that. And I just wanted you to know that it doesn't go unnoticed. So one of the things I wanted to mention today is that the Woodcocks from the Daybell case, they're finally able to bring JJ home and give him a proper burial. And that's big news to me because I've been waiting for that day. I know Larry Woodcock and his wife, what's her name? Larry and Kay Woodcock from Louisiana. They've been instrumental in bringing Lori Daybell, whatever she goes by, to justice. And now that that's done, they're able to take JJ's remains and give him a proper burial, which I thought was really good news. So there's that. The Nick Cordova case, I know there's a lot of people who follow my channel who are here specifically from Arizona that want to know more about the Nick Cordova case. The only thing I can say about that is just continue to have patience and continue to have hope that justice will be served in that case, because sometimes the wheels of justice turn very slowly. As you guys all know, as we've all witnessed with the Suzanne Morphew case, it's taken a long time to get to where we're at here. But then here in Arizona, you factor in with the Nick Cordova case that we're so close to the border that it's believed that the perpetrators left and went across the border and have been hiding out down there in Mexico somewhere. So it's going to take some time. When we first started covering that case, one of the Gilbert police officers, the investigators, I can't remember her name, but she was reaching out to me all the time and kind of giving me updates behind the scenes. And I don't want to get her in trouble. I don't know if she would get in trouble. I don't think she was doing anything wrong or illegal, but she was kind of just giving me some advice. Like, you just got to be really patient with this case because it's very complicated. So I don't know all the ins and outs of the Nick Cordova case, but we've been waiting a long time for answers in that case. So those are the two things I wanted to bring up on those cases. So good news for JJ, the Woodcocks, being able to bring JJ's remains home and give him a proper burial. Tylee, I think, as well. I don't really know too much about the Tylee situation just yet, but. And then, of course, the Nick Cordova case. We have never lost hope. I always try to encourage Alicia. I don't talk to Alicia anymore. I used to keep in touch with her every once in a while, but I think that everything's just kind of gotten crusty, for lack of a better word, with not finding any answers or not getting any movement in this case. It's just been very, very difficult on her and her family. So our hearts continue to go out to her and the family. But now let's get back to the Suzanne Morphew case, because I know a lot of you guys wanted to talk about that. I have a friend in Alamosa, Colorado. Her sister lives pretty close to where they found Suzanne's body out there in, I don't know how to say that word, guys, Sandwich or whatever. She lives pretty close, and so she's been kind of filling me in on a lot of the details. And I guess there's been some nut job running around out there. They call him Crazy Carl. And you guys probably know more about it than I do, but Carl with the K, he's been out there running around. He's been getting all kinds of girlfriends out there in the boneyard. And I guess from what I heard, the last 3 girlfriends that he's had has turned up missing. And one of them is that Edna lady. And guys, let me tell you something. I don't say that out of any type of disrespect towards Edna whatsoever. I don't even know Edna. I don't know nothing about Edna. I wish Edna the best. I wish the family the best. I hope they find answers. I hope they find justice, just like we've done for the Suzanne Morphew and all the other cases, guys. It's not that we pick and choose necessarily which cases we're going to follow. It just happens that, we're involved in this one with Suzanne. But that, I don't mean any type of disrespect towards Edna or any of the other people who have gone missing out there in the boneyard. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what color your skin is. That's all stupid propaganda, garbage, the stuff that they're pushing on every single one of us these days. They're trying to divide us by race and all this other stuff. And now I guess the word on the street is that, Edna's not getting enough coverage like Suzanne is. And I understand that. I understand where they're coming from with that. But I don't get involved in all that drama. I don't need all that drama in my life. I don't care what race somebody is, religion, creed, or whatever, guys. If somebody's missing, it's all the same. It's all the same. It doesn't matter. We've had some cases out here in Arizona that I've taken a look at. One was a black guy by the name of Daniel, and you guys can look that up. He's never been found out here in Arizona. I was helping look for him. So it doesn't matter if you're male or female or black or white or whatever. We need to get over that, guys. We really, as a society, we need to get over that garbage, because it's nonsense. If you're always going to find something to complain about or be miserable about. So, if you're looking for something, then you can talk about that all day long. But what I wanted to say is my heart goes out to Edna and everybody else that's, out there in the boneyard and looking for their loved ones. It's awful what's happening out there. Right before I got on here, I was doing a interview with a guy. They're doing a documentary. He's actually a movie maker. I won't tell you his name because it's still in the very beginning stages, but they're going to be putting out a documentary on the Suzanne Morphew case. And he's asked me to be a part of it. So I was talking to him and kind of recapping this case with him, the Suzanne Morphew case. And that's what kind of jogged my memory. And I thought, what the heck, I'll go live and talk about some of the updates. This Carl guy, I don't know a lot about him, but I guess him and some other guy, one of his buddies, let me see if I can find his name. Joe Salas, Salas, have been arrested somewhere out there in the boneyard or close by. And I guess this Carl guy owns the land where Suzanne Morphew was found. And he has some sort of a camp trailer there. And I've been wanting to get up there. I haven't been able to get away from Arizona just yet, but I've been wanting to get up there and put my feet on the ground, my boots, whatever you want to call it. I want to put my feet on the ground and go take a look at the situation and size it up. So it's pretty interesting. Let me see. Daniel Robinson. Yes, Zach. There you go, buddy. Right here. Zach Ellison. Oh, I guess I can't put that up on the screen. Let me see. I thought I could put that up there, but yeah, Daniel Robinson's in Arizona. So let me tell you something else interesting, guys. I'm going to have to go back in my old phone. You got to realize that when we started this, we started covering the Suzanne Morphew case. This was over 3 years ago. So I have a different phone now. I don't have the same phone. And that was one of the things this guy was asking me about the documentary is if I had all these text messages and I had all these pictures and videos and stuff. And I said, yeah, I probably do, but they're on my old phone. So tonight I'm going to go charge up that phone and see if I can pull up some of that video. However, if Paula from Plunder is watching this, if Paula sees this, I know that she has that video of me the day that I filmed Barry and I left Maysville and I was heading back to Pagosa Springs, which was eventually going to take me back down to Arizona. I stopped by this road sign that said Sandwich County. I don't know how to say it, guys. I'm sorry. I struggle with that word. But this big sign that said Sandwich or whatever county. And I was saying, guys, I got a video of Barry Morphew. He told me where her bike was found, and he told me all kinds of other stuff. And I'm heading back to Arizona. And by the time I posted that video and Paula got a hold of it and posted it on Plunder, by the time I got to the next town, which I think was Alamosa or somewhere down in there, I was starting to get message after message after message about why did I release this video of Barry? Why did I do it? I better watch my back and I better be careful and things like that. So it was pretty crazy, man. But I thought it was weird that I stood there right by that sign that said, that county. And it was probably a stone's throw away from where Suzanne was eventually found. So, one of the things that this guy, I was talking to him about that's doing this documentary, I was telling him about all, from the beginning, like you guys know the whole story, but he was intrigued by like the spiritual aspect of it, like, do you feel like this was kind of like a spiritual thing or an intuition thing? And I said, yeah, I feel like it was both. And, it was just crazy that I was led so close to where Suzanne was eventually found. Yeah, we weren't like spot on with a lot of our videos. I thought maybe she was up that one side road by where her helmet was found, or I thought maybe she was over there in one of those cabins. But really, we were just on the other side of the mountain. That where Suzanne was found was on the other side of the mountain, 45 miles away in the direction that I was going, back towards Pagosa Springs and towards Arizona. So pretty interesting, guys. And if you believe in intuition or spirituality or whatever, I don't know why the universe chose me, I guess because I was in close proximity or whatever, but I do believe, and I've said it all along, that I feel like I was led, and we were really, really close. And I can't even imagine how close Gonzo was. You guys know Gonzo. And by the way, I hope Gonzo sees this message. I know he reached out to my brother, and I don't know if he was trying to reach out to me after they found Suzanne and was just kind of touching bases. I have respect for Gonzo. But he was probably very close to where they ended up finding Suzanne, because I know he was scouring that side of the mountain for a long time. And I think he even mentioned to me one time, or somebody did, that there's a back road from Barry's house all the way over that mountain. One of the interesting things that Dusty mentioned to me the other day is he said, he goes, do you guys remember when we had the vigil for Suzanne? You guys remember that? It was when Andy, her brother Andy, came out he brought a whole bunch of people with him, and we all met there, and we did this big search. And then that night we had a vigil, which was awesome, right there in downtown Salida. And when we were there, all kinds of weird stuff was happening. Like this guy showed up that had a wig on, and he was like trying to hide his face. And he was riding one of these electric bicycles. Do you guys remember that? One of these kind that's made for like going up in the mountains and stuff like that, like off-roading, but it's an electric. It's not like a regular mountain bike. And so Dusty, he said, one of the things that Barry could have done was taken Suzanne way out there on that thing. Possibly. I thought it was a good point. To avoid detection. He knew that law enforcement would be watching the schematics on his vehicles. And that was one of the things that we thought of. It's just one of many theories. But I don't know how Suzanne ended up out there. But I know, like I was telling that guy that's doing the documentary just now, I was telling him again, guys, and every time I start telling somebody about it on their show or bringing it up, it comes back deep in my soul, in my heart, that I know Barry knows more. I know that he knows more than what he's leading on, what he's telling. I know that he's somehow involved in this. And, it's just a matter of time if we've got the evidence to prove it or not. I know there's a lot of people who don't believe that. There's a lot of people who believe he's innocent. And that's fine too, guys. I mean, you're always going to have both sides, right? I don't hate anybody. I truly don't hate anybody. If you're a big Barry fan and you believe that he's a churchgoer and a Christian man that had nothing to do with this, then that's fine, guys. I respect your opinion. I don't hate you. I don't know why you hate me. I don't share that same opinion, but for some reason you hate me. A lot of you do, and I don't know. I just don't get it. But I said from day one, if I felt like Barry wasn't involved in this, that I would apologize to him, and I would do whatever I could to make restitution and make it up to him. But we've had a lot of time now, over 3 years, to analyze the entire situation, to get all the facts on the table, to take a look at it, to get past all of the initial emotion and everything that's involved, to get over all that and to look at it very objectively. And to me, it always points right back to Barry Morphew every single time. So what do you guys think? There's a Fuzzy Doxy, you're saying there's a lot of angry people lately. That's fine, guys. We live in an angry world. Okay, our whole world is angry right now. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of evil. And there's a lot of horrible things going on in our world, guys. And that's just, there's nothing we can do about that. We've just got to continue to try to be a good force and be a light in a dark world. And that's what I try to do. I'm not perfect at it. I struggle every single day with so many different things. But I try to be positive, and I try to be a light in the world and try to do good. And that's what that was kind of like our parting thought with this guy doing the documentary. As I said, look, he goes, what's your goal? What's your end goal with all this? Do you want to like build up this big old channel and do documentary? I said, yeah. I said, I want to be a light in the world. I want to be a positive influence, and I want to be a light. I don't want to contribute to the darkness and the evil and the stuff that's going on, the hate, the backbiting, the fighting, the get on Facebook and go to these pages that are just spewing all this evil. I just don't want to be a part of it. And guess what, guys? I haven't been. I haven't spent 1 second, not 1 second, in any of those Facebook groups. I don't even have Facebook. And so, there's a whole nother life outside of all of that, guys. Choose to be the light in the world. But let me talk a little bit about what my friend told me. I don't really know a lot of the details of what's going on with Crazy Carl, but there's a house in that little town. And by the way, my friend said they should just burn the whole town to the ground. She said it's just an awful place. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of evil out there in the boneyard. But I guess Crazy Carl, like I said, he was dating Edna. He was dating a couple of other gals that went missing out there. There's some other guy, his name, if you guys just go to Google and type in Alamosa News, and their newspaper will pop up from that area. And there's an article in there about a guy from Denver. His name's Jesus something. And he's from the Denver area. I guess he murdered somebody apparently, and up there in the Denver area, and he's been hiding out down there in the boneyard somewhere, and they're trying to locate him. So there's just a lot of evil, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on there in that boneyard area. So I'm going to venture up there pretty soon. I'm trying to get in touch with my inner feelings of when and how and get everything in place. And I'm getting pretty close, but I just haven't got there yet. I would like to go see it, and I would like to bring you guys some videos from the boneyard and from the actual spot where Suzanne Morphew was discovered in a shallow grave. And I don't know if anybody's been out there, because guys, I don't get on any of this stuff. I choose to stay above the fray, but I don't know if anybody's been out there and has set up somewhat of a memorial for her. I'm assuming they probably have, hopefully left, balloons, cards, teddy bears, and just kind of went there and offered a moment of silence maybe. But that's what I would like to do. When they found JJ and Tylee buried in shallow graves in Salem, Idaho, I was there the day that they dug up their bodies, and I was able to put a teddy bear and a balloon and stuff on the fence there on their memorial. And I would really like to do that for Suzanne as well. So I'll get up to speed here pretty soon, guys. I've got a lot going on right now. I'm trying to, get all my ducks in a row here and figure some things out. But as soon as I get that, I'll let you guys know. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you guys? Guess that's it. I was hoping that I could put your comments up here and kind of have an interactive discussion, but for some reason it's not letting me put your comments up here, but I see them going by. So as always, I want to thank you guys for your love, your support, your prayers. We're going to have an interesting time moving forward with this case. It's going to get very, very interesting now that we have Suzanne's body and we have that body of evidence, and we have a lot of things going on behind the scenes with law enforcement, FBI, CBI, and it's going to get very interesting to see what happens with Barry, if he's rearrested, see what tactic the prosecution uses in moving forward, because I know it's going to have to be a whole different scenario this time, rolling it out of the gates. So I don't know what happened to Mike King. I don't know if he follows this case anymore, but if he sees this video, Mike, I want to say hi, and I hope you're following this case. I'd like to do a live with you sometime, talk about this case if you're interested, or Plunder. Paula, if you see this, me and Paula have never done a video together, guys. If you would like to see Tyson Draper join up with Plunder and talk about the Suzanne Morphew case from day one, get a hold of Plunder and let her know, and let's see if we can get that arranged. You guys are great. Sure appreciate you. we'll be touching bases soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.